You know I miss you. I know you miss me. Hey, you know I miss you. I know you miss me. So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze. And this is Nezeville. I know you guys missed me. If you missed me, drop in the comment section and say Neze, welcome back to the channel. You guys should be the one to welcome me back to the channel today. So yes, I just came back from my short, highly much needed break. But I don't know if you guys know, because I always make this announcement towards the end of my video. Do you guys know that I have another channel? A subscriber reached out to me last week and was like, oh Nezeville, I was following you because of your relationship with your mother-in-law and your this and your that, and suddenly stop putting up all those content on your channel. And I was like, girl, where have you been? Have you been under the rock? I have been announcing that I have moved all that aspect of my channel to another channel specially crafted and designed for my personal life, my family, my marriage, my in-laws, and all of those good stuff. And the name of that channel is Nezeville. So whenever I'm absent or taking a break on this channel, lots of contents are still rolling on the other channel, okay? And you guys are going to love it. You guys are going to experience more up close and personally. So if you're yet to subscribe to my second channel, Nezeville, what are you waiting for? I'm going to leave the link to that channel down in the description box and maybe pinned in the comment section. So go and follow there too, okay? So you can be an all-round Nezevillian. So some months back, we covered the story of John Okafor, Nollywood legend John Okafor, aka Mr. Ibu, and all the family fracas that went down. See, before I get into the story, start to give this video a big thumbs up now. Thumbs up, okay? Now, we will recall that Mr. Ibu's wife, Stella Maris, and his adopted daughter, Jasmine, have been feuding online for a while now. This feud primarily is centered around finance. Who should control Mr. Ibu's finances, affairs, and well-being? Mrs. Ibu has lamented in no small measure Jasmine's unhinged interference in her marriage with Mr. Ibu. She complains that Jasmine calls the shots in her home. Jasmine determines how Mr. Ibu's monies are controlled. She even alleged that Jasmine was in a sexual relationship with her husband. Jasmine, on the other hand, accused Mrs. Ibu of greed, laziness, insatiability, and abandonment. She has reiterated severally that Mr. Ibu's wife does not work. She doesn't want to work, but rather all she keeps doing is demanding from Mr. Ibu. We're getting there, but before we proceed, let me tell you guys quickly about this amazing company. So just imagine all these beautiful videos that I'm bringing to you guys. Imagine if none of you get to see it. That is just tantamount to a business that is great, a product that is amazing, but people do not get to see you. So how would they buy? How would they subscribe? So I want to introduce you very briefly to this company called Plug. They are a digital agency business with expertise in website designing and SEO marketing, and they can handle your needs and offer you services regardless of where you're located in the world. They're just an email or a WhatsApp call away. So if you're running a business, whatever kind of business, whether you're selling goods and services, and you need projection, you need visibility, or you need a working website, every standard business should have a website. If you need a website for an affordable rate, do reach out to them via Instagram, WhatsApp, or email. I'm going to leave all the details right on the screen and in the description box. So reach out to them, get a website for an affordable price. They'll help you with your digital marketing and put your business out there. Discuss all of that, do your due diligence, and thank me later. So back to the Ibus. This fracas between Mr. Ibu's wife and Jasmine, his adopted daughter, have been rearing its head every now and then. Only a few months ago, Mr. Ibu took ill and had to be amputated. As a matter of fact, he was amputated twice. And when the cost for running all these medicals was becoming overwhelming for him to handle single-handedly, he had to reach out to the public soliciting funds. And boy, the contribution from well-meaning Nigerians came flooding. Come on, Mr. Ibu is our fave now. He has made many of us laugh in the past, and a lot of people have fallen in love with him. So many people made lots of contributions, and the last time I checked, those contributions were above 100 million naira. And just as expected, this rift between his wife and his adopted daughter was once again reignited. And this time around, it was even messier and more unbelievable. I mean, it got to the stage where today Jasmine will be feeding Mr. Ibu in his hospital bed, videoing herself feeding him and post it on social media. The next day the wife will run, cook her own food and be feeding him. Honey, do you want to eat? Do you like your wife feeding you? It was looking every inch like a Wunyedi situation. Wunyedi co-wife, a wife and her co-wife. That is exactly what it was looking like. And we, the online in-laws, were like, chai, Osanobwa.
This is lunch, okay? You are eating lunch now, okay? And your wife is feeding you. Your wife. Eh? Hello, baby.
Hello.
Yes, very well. Your wife. Do you enjoy your wife feeding you? Eh? Forever. Good. Your food is here. Okay? Okay? Father Lord, oh Lord, I cover this food with the blood of Jesus. As I feed my husband now, he will eat it and get well. In Jesus' name. Amen.
So Mr. Ibu underwent the medical treatment, God being so kind, it was successful, and he was discharged and got back home. And we thought that all of those drama can finally be buried and the online in-laws can eventually brief. But we thought wrong. Only a few days ago, news broke out on several media platforms that the Nigerian police, through its first criminal investigation and intelligence department in Ikoyi, Lagos State, have arrested this Jasmine lady along with one of Mr. Ibu's sons, Buchi. They were arrested for conspiring and defrauding Mr. Ibu of a whooping 55 million naira. In short, let us read it together. On the 6th of September 2023, a petition was received from Diamond Waves Law on behalf of Stella Maris Okafor, wherein one Onyebuchi Okafor, Valentine Okafor, both of whom are sons of Mr. John Ikechukwu Okafor, alias Ibu, and Jasmine Chioma Okekeagwu were alleged to have conspired to defraud Mr. Ibu while being on sick bed. Investigation into the case established that as part of efforts to fund his medical bills, Mr. Ibu launched a public fundraising initiative and attracted donations from his fans, entertainment industry players, and other well-spirited members of the public into a bank account which he publicized and dedicated for the purpose. Are you following me? Okay. Mr. Ibu's wife, Mrs. Stella Maris Chinyere Okafor, was initially managing the funds to defray the medical bills of Mr. Ibu and sustain the family. However, along the line, the duo of Onyebuchi Daniel Okafor and Jasmine Chioma Okekeagwu manipulated Mrs. Stella Maris, took possession of Mr. Ibu's phone, and hacked into the banking details therein, the police said. The Guinea police said, no be Mr. Ibu wife talk am. It is possible for you to lay a complaint at the police station and the police will go on with their investigations and say, no, this complaint is wrongly founded. Nothing like this happened. The police ran their investigations and this statement is an official press statement from the police, not an allegation by Mr. Ibu's wife. I hope you're getting the distinction. And remember that this report is not even new. It has been making the rounds that Jasmine and this son, who is accused of defrauding Mr. Ibu of 55 million naira, got married at a registry and they intend relocating to the United Kingdom as husband and wife. This is brother and sister we're talking about though. This is getting so complicated for my liking. Remember that there was a voice note that was released where a woman was asking Mr. Ibu, how are you coping? This Jasmine is sleeping with both father and son. And Mr. Ibu was, showing his disapproval approval, why she should sleep with him and his son. There is a lot of mess going on. But that is not confirmed. That is still allegedly, right? Now, when this news broke out in the blogs, Jasmine went to the comment section in some kind of sarcastic fashion saying, no be only 55 million, now 200 million, meaning that the amount is not 55 million. That was the idea she was trying to project. But then again, regardless of the amount, let us give her the benefit of doubt that maybe it is not even 55 million as the police have said it is. Should there be any amount at all that should be taken or siphoned from the account, even if it's 1 million? You see, when I notice an anomaly and I come and I voice out to you that as a person with sense, as a married person, as a lawyer, this thing we are talking about, this thing we are seeing is not okay. This situation is abnormal. It is strange. Some people do not understand. When these donations started coming in and we're hearing stories of Jasmine saying, Mr. IBU'S wife took 1 million naira, Mr. IBU'S wife wants to do this, wants to do that. And despite I seldomly give my opinion on my channel, I remember very vividly in that video, I came out without fear or favor and I told you guys how I felt about it. I told you that yes, so what if she did? People donated for her husband. One, the monies that were donated were in excess of the medical bills. So it's not like the medical bills, which was the primary reason for the donation, were not being catered to. The donations exceeded the cost of the medical bill. So there was residue, right? That's one factor. Two, with the consent of her husband. She categorically said that her husband gave consent for her to take that money to settle some house bills. I do not understand the sense or logic in having 100 million naira in an account and the cost for medicals is 50 million and there's excess and the kids are hungry at home, or the rents cannot be paid, or the man cannot say, sweetheart, take this 1 million naira, dojulo, arrange the house because when I get discharged, visitors will be coming to the house. They cannot come and sit on the floor. They cannot come and sit on the stonking couch. Put the house in order, arrange the house with the consent of her husband. This is husband and wife we're talking about here. Why would a third party come into the decision that a man made it his wife and start fingering it? She did this, she took this money. The man and the woman have agreed, take this amount of money and settle this issue at home. And some people were like, no, the money is for medical bill, it shouldn't be used for. And I'm like, oh, please speak in reality. So the children should die of hunger, or their school fees should not be paid, or they should be thrown out on the streets. They have the prerogative to come together to make that decision, and it's no third party's business. I made that clear. Some people were even saying, oh, the money should have been paid directly into the hospital's account in Nigeria. So you cannot be at the mercy of the hospital. Are you going to be mandating the hospital to give you the statement of account every day? So the hospital should now be the one in control of the funds. So what if the funds are in excess? You will now be at the mercy of the hospital to remit and balance the accounts? You know, when we give some unpractical advice, I wonder, textbook advice is different from real life advice. So that's on the side. So when I came out and I said, this is an unusual situation, the way this Jasmine lady addresses the wife of this man, the audacity, the rudeness is overwhelming. Not even a man's sister, not even a man's mother should have the right to challenge and address his wife in this manner, especially in public. We saw that video. There is no justification for that. No matter the annoyance, no matter the offense that woman must have committed to Jasmine, she had no right in the world. It was unusual for her to come out and talk to this man's wife in this fashion.
I would like you to bring up Mrs. Ibu. She blocked me today. Before now, she was posting me back to back every day. She blocked me today. Bring her on this live. Let us talk face to face. Let that woman come and tell me one day that I've done anything to wrong her. Before now, Stella Okafor. Everybody know me and you. Everywhere you go with me. I have all your voicemail telling you, my daughter, you know I'm your mother. Please send me money. And your daughter, only when you need money, Stella Okafor. I am your daughter, only when you need money. Daddy was in the hospital. Where were you when Daddy was in the hospital? That Daddy sold a plot of land that he was supposed to sell for 4 million. You can go and verify. He sold it for 2.5 million because you were putting pressure on him. He wanted to send you 700,000. I believe he said to send you 1 million. You know this man is not working. You're always calling him, asking him for money. You don't work. You have 3 children. You don't work. This man is not working. But he's feeding day in her life in that house. 3 children. Daddy was married. He has previous marriages. His first son, Valentine, lives in South Africa with children. Which she know the woman and post to, because I mean they handle the page. She know the woman and post the other children. She wouldn't want you to post any of his children, just her own children. This is a man you married with children. When have you ever called and asked how's his children going? It's always hello trauma school fees, hello trauma water. She sent me a video saying they have not paid NEPA bill. This is the video she sent me just 3 days ago. The NEPA is cutting her lights. They have not paid NEPA bill. It's called this woman. Ask her which drug they sustain in husband. Ask her which drug is keeping the so-called husband alive. Ask her.
Imagine this. She didn't want to work. She has 3 children. She has not worked before. What is your business? I am never an advocate for a woman not working. I have always been a working class woman. I do not believe that a woman should sit down without working. But I also understand that my situation, my wants, my desires, the way my own family is set up may be different from the next person. Now, this is a woman that is married to a Nollywood celebrity that goes on set 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes 2 months. The husband is on set, shooting in Enugu, shooting in Abuja. Perhaps if she too was on the streets, on the road, pursuing her own career, pursuing to be a CEO, the home front may have suffered. So maybe it was their agreement that she sat home and cared for the children, and it is no third party's business how a husband and wife's home is structured. And who told you she's not working? Because she's not going out to sit in an office or to wear a suit and tie does not mean she's not working. Get the services of a nanny, get the services of a cook, get the services of a childminder, and add up the cost of paying for that, and you will know what a stay-at-home woman does and the cost that she is saving you. She is working, raising 4 children, and you as an adopted daughter is coming out to shout that she has not been working, she has not been doing this. What kind of audacity could that be? Many of us, our mothers never worked. Is it ideal? That's an argument for another day. But the fact is that many families are structured that way. Daddy go out, work, hustle, let mommy raise the children, train the children, take care of home. None of the two are easy. They are both work. Now, a single lady who doesn't have 4 children is coming online to shout on a man's married wife that she's not working, and you don't see it as crossing the line? Okay, now a situation where a woman's husband is ill, and we have a situation where it seems like a competition between the man's wife and his adopted daughter. The wife will come, feed him today, apple, take a grapefruit. The adopted daughter will come the next day, and take pineapple, and take watermelon. Are they co-wives? Who is supposed to be nursing a man on his sick bed, especially when the wife has said, I am willing, I am capable, I want to do it? It's not like she abandoned him. She was on ground, willing and able to do it. And I was like, this is not a normal situation. This is not an acceptable situation. If Stella Maris is a witch, if she's a Jezebel, if she's a devil, then Mr. Ibu should divorce her. If she's not Mr. Ibu's wife, then he can sit on Mr. Ibu's head and feed him pineapple. After all, Mr. Ibu is not new to divorces. He has been divorced several times. He has had children from several women. Some of these children are alleged to have come even during the course of his marriage to this Stella Maris that is being painted as the Jezebel. But as long as Mr. Ibu hasn't divorced this woman, she is still his wife. And there should be a chain of command. There should be some boundaries. There should be orderliness. And there should be respect from this his adopted daughter to the wife. Talking of adopted daughter, look at the official name that the police released. The official name is Jasmine Choma Okekeagu, not Okafor. I don't even want to go into the legality of the adoption and all of that. Let us just leave that for another day. But what are we talking? Her surname is Okekeagu. And even if she really is the adopted daughter of Mr. Ibu, does it mean that she wouldn't know her place and the place of the man's wife? He wants her money. He wants his money. Which wife no one chop in husband money? Even me that making money, I still want to chop my husband's money. What are we talking about? If a wife does not want to chop her husband's money, whose money will she chop? That the third party will now come and be sniffing on what the wife requested for and what she wants and what she doesn't want. So there's some people where bashing Mr. Ibu's wife for taking some money with her husband's consent to settle some bills at home. So here we are. What do we say about this police investigation? revealing a fraud of 55 million naira. Now, Jasmine has released an over 2-hour video explaining her own part of the story. She began with how she was taking care of Mr. Ibu, how she was fine financially, and Mr. Ibu was so wretched and poor. Mr. Ibu was always begging her for the littlest 2k, urgent 2k, and how she came into his life and revived his social media career, and how Mr. Ibu and the wife are always fighting because of money, and how she used to send Mr. Ibu's wife money. She said a lot. You can imagine what would have taken place in a 2-hour video. First, that story is not hers to tell. This is exactly the same thing we're talking about. Knowing your boundaries and knowing your place in the affairs of a husband and wife. If she wanted to narrate the fraud allegation, if she wanted to narrate her own personal involvement, that's fine. But coming to the internet to tell the world what causes fight inside the house of a man and woman, how the wife, Mr. Ibu and the wife were quarreling in one joint because of money, that is not her story to tell. She has no right to bring the fight of Mr. Ibu and the wife to the internet. That is Mr. Ibu and Stella Maris's story to tell if they want to wash their dirty linen in public. She has no right to narrate the private misunderstanding of a man and his wife. If you are married, you watching me, if we put camera in your house for 2 weeks and you didn't know, and we play the camera, church go abasa, church go close, Father Allah. Or if you choose to narrate all the times your father and your mother had misunderstanding or quarreled over one reason or the other, if you set ring light now and start telling us the story, we would say that maybe you are from an abusive home or a toxic home. We would say your mother might be a witch or your father might be a wizard. If everybody wants to start airing their dirty linen of the cause of their fight and how they misunderstand husband and wife, marriage go cast now. So couples fight and couples resolve. After misunderstanding, in the night you will see here, ooh, ah. Now so, as long as it's not a life-threatening issue, there's no domestic violence involved, there's no attempted murder, there's no threat to life, what is your business? Leave them. The man is still in the marriage. If he didn't want to be married, he knows what to do. Mr. Ibu is a serial divorcee. He would have left her, then you would now come and take over and take care of him. But he still calls her his wife. And Jasmine herself admitted in that her 2-hour publication that she had never seen them hit each other. They don't get violent towards each other. They just have verbal misunderstanding about where these funds goes to, how to apportion their finances. Which couple does not disagree about apportioning finances sometimes? So it is clear that Jasmine is a third wheel in that marriage. And when it comes to marriage, just as many other things, 3 is a crowd. Because as I explained in that previous video, what might be normalcy between 2 people, husband and wife, a third party might hear it and say, God forbid, what kind of nonsense is this? But to them, that is their normal. Leave them to their normal. So my candid advice to Jasmine is for her to step back. Let her give them a little space. Let her allow this man's wife to play the role of wife. Or is it because of this woman is more unexposed, timid? I don't know how to describe her personality, but she doesn't seem like someone that can stand on her own and assert her voice. Is it because Jasmine tear eye past that woman? There's some women that Jasmine cannot try this thing with now. Does she want to go to a Tonto DK's husband's hospital bed and start feeding him? Haga wuya mirinshi, tatashe and shombo mixed with Cameroon pepper, the water. That is what they will pour on her now. Is it because this lady is not that type of person that Jasmine can even do this kind of thing? So step back a little. We cannot undermine her hard work or her influence. We cannot deny the role that she has played in Mr. Ibu's life, especially in the aspects of reviving his social media presence. She has done pretty well, and we appreciate and commend her for that. Although that move has benefited both parties, because a lot of people now know of Jasmine because of Mr. Ibu's platform. Oh yes. So we cannot paint it as though she had no benefit in that whole collaboration. It was mutually beneficial, but we still give her credit. But now, things are no more the same. Water don't pass Gary. There are rumors of sexual involvement. Some of the voice notes allegedly have Mr. Ibu's voice consenting to these things. The wife is not comfortable with the overt closeness that you have with her husband. I think it's time to relax and step back a little. For Mr. Ibu's wife, she sure has a blame to take. She has her own faults in all of these things unfolding. She sold her dignity and self-respect on the altar of change. She sold her place for a plate of porridge, and now she wants to assert the right to that birthright that she had long forfeited and sold away for a plate of porridge, and it's almost looking like it's too late because so much water has passed under the bridge. My candid advice to that lady is for her to package herself very well. Yes, there are some women that do not work. Their husbands take care of all their finances and take care of them while they take care of home. Yes, but if she looks at her situation with all the stepchildren and grown stepsons that she has and all the many children that the husband had outside, she's supposed to know that she's not in that situation. Her situation is peculiar. She's endangered. She needs to protect herself financially. She needs to be independent. If it's a business, whatever, influencing, whatever she knows she's good at, I would advise her lady to start immediately. And apart from her being financially independent and prepared for whatever the future comes with, it would also make her have some value, because it is clear as crystal that Mr. Ibu has very little regard for her. How that Jasmine addresses her is the reflection of the kind of conversation that she has with Mr. Ibu about the wife. If Mr. Ibu has a very high opinion and holds his wife in high respect, that lady will not be able to be challenging the wife in public openly. So it shows that Mr. Ibu himself does not really have a lot of value for his wife. So value is not something that you demand for. It is something that you earn. It is something that you exude. It is something that you create. She needs to create value in her life and immediately distance herself from that thought or situation of, I'm a stay-at-home wife. Mba, not in this situation. And for Mr. Ibu himself, one who I keep insisting is the chief orchestra of all of this drama playing out in his family. He needs to fix things up and fix it up fast. He needs to decide if he wants to remain married to Stella Maris. If he doesn't want to remain married to her, he knows what to do. It has happened severally in his life. But as long as he chooses to have her as his wife, then he needs to establish her place in the presence of his older sons, in the presence of his adopted daughter, his family at large, the public, who now have a wrong perception of a lot of things. He needs to establish the place of his wife and put her in her right position. Another very important thing that he has to do is to write a will. Yes, Mr. Ibu needs to write a will, because if all this drama stirring up now when he's alive, when he can talk, when he can say no and he can say stop, and all this money drama, all this feud with stepson today, half daughter tomorrow, adopted stepdaughter next tomorrow, fourth wife, side chick turned wife, if all these things are happening under his nose, so you can just sniff out an inkling of what will happen in his demise. He needs to set his family right, and I do wish all of them the very best as they resolve their family issue. Do let me know what you think about this very dogmatic and opinionated video. Which of the things I've said do you agree with, and which of them do you stand to disagree? Do let us know your thoughts and your feelings down in the comments section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're seeing me for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, hello. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, turn on your bell notifications, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to check out our shop blog on Instagram. You can mail them, you can WhatsApp them, reach out to them for your website designing, SEO marketing, and overall digital packaging, because if that business is not seen, it will not be patronized. Thank you so much again, guys, for watching. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.